What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this episode of English Turks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And today we're talking about Dogdugun of Kaderindir, episode 32. So guys, I don't know why, but these past few weeks, I've only been interested in 4 shows. That's Emanet, the soap opera that airs every day, Dogdugun of Kaderindir, which we're going to talk about in today's episode, Son Yaz, which is a new series that came out. I think they're on their 8th episode. 3 episodes, 3 shows really. But the 4th one, if I had to keep anything in my Rolodex, it would be Masumla or Part Money. And I think the other 3, Senchal Kapimi, Menagerie Miata, and Sefran Kizzy, I'm like here and there with them. I don't have to watch them. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this show. But Dogdugun of Kaderindir is one of those shows, man. I don't know, some people are just, they've stopped watching because they don't like the plot or they're not into it. Because all they're looking for is a love story. But if your mindset is like my mindset and you can see the bigger picture, you would understand that this is not a love story. It's absolutely not a love story. This challenges you in so many ways. If you're the kind of person that loves watching Turkish Dizzies solely because you love the romance aspect of it, and now you're seeing something that really is challenging your sense of ethics and your sense of, morality, then you are just like me. This show is freaking amazing. So let's talk about this episode that has just aired. So obviously we all knew from jump that it was gonna be his friend in prison that he's been calling father, the guy in prison that had paid for the lady to come and bring the guy to testify and everything like that. So Mehdi was released, but when Mehdi goes back to jail to await to be set free, he basically has learned that this man was the one that paid for everything, and that now he's gonna be working for him and doing work. And Mehdi's like, listen, I'll do it as long as it's not dirty deeds, because my main priority is my family. But the great part about him getting this is that he didn't have to be concerned about how he's going to provide for his family when he got out of jail, and he also didn't have to worry about where he was actually going to live. And so he comes out of jail like a big boss. Everybody's like, okay, what the heck is going on? We don't know. But yeah, basically even Mehdi was trying to get used to it. He's talking to Neil. He's like, Neil, I need you. You need to have my back and everything. And so everything is like up in the air. Now it comes time that they got to go pick up Mujgan, which is Banal and Mehdi's daughter. And when they get to the house, obviously everybody was like, hey, you don't even need to go in the house. Because honestly, he didn't need to go in the house. They just need to take the baby and come out. But Mehdi wanted to thank them for taking care of the family. That was his excuse. And I do believe it was an excuse. He just wanted to go in there, see Zainab, see where he stood. Because he knew right away that no one was going to forgive him in the house. But yeah, so he went in. It was clear. It's clear and obvious that he still has so much feelings for Zainab. And he made it clear. That was another reason why he went to the house. He wanted to make it clear that there's always still going to be a connection between him and Zainab because of Kibri, and also because he's retaining her as his lawyer. He doesn't need Zainab to be his lawyer. He can hire somebody else. He has the money to do it. But if he did that, then he would have less of an opportunity to interact with Zainab, because Kibri is 19 years old or 18 or whatever. She can go to his house without him having any kind of interaction with Zainab. So that's why he wanted to go in the house and establish those few things. They get into, he sees everybody. Of course, they don't forgive him. Then they go to this huge mansion. Now, at this time, Mehdi's still wearing his clothes out of prison. He still got the stash on his face and everything. And Banal is, trying to assert herself as his wife, because that's what she is. And all those haters out there that are saying like, oh, she need to step back. She need to sit back. She need to take care of the baby. Ha ha. He doesn't love you. Da-da-da. First of all, she already knows that Mehdi don't love her like that. But as you can recall, in Zainab's house, Mehdi was like, I'm gonna just be worried about building my life with my wife and my baby and my kids. Let the woman do what she need to do, honey. Why are people trying to stop her from doing the best that she can do in the situation that she is in? But obviously Mehdi is still like, I don't know, because I mean, he's been in jail for a while. You would think he's trying to, you know, you got a female, she's your wife, handle business, but nope. He is dedicated to Zainab right now in his mind and heart, and that's gonna take him time to get over, especially now that he's not confined by walls. And remember how he ended up in those walls. So, yeah. So either way, they end up sitting down having dinner as a family. He mistakenly calls Banal Zainab, and that was really hurtful, dude. Like, other people are posting online like, haha, don't walk away, girl, you're so sad. But honestly, that's really hurtful. I get it, but Mehdi, hello, move on. But anyway, the person that I really can't stand in this episode is Jemile, because Jemile has really just turned into a product of the old Mushkan. She's just constantly pushing Banal to think instead of supporting Banal and saying like, yo, I understand that Mehdi doesn't love you. I understand, I'm gonna try to help you through this. Instead of doing that, she keeps filling her head with crap. You need to be understanding. You need to show some consideration. Really? Just get it through your thick head and stop trying to, like, you're gonna send this woman into depression because she's gonna keep trying and it's not gonna work. Instead of helping her to learn how to deal with it, you're just pushing her down the wrong way and try to make excuses for Mehdi. I can't stand that. She did the same thing with Nu. Now, out of all the people out there, Zainab, her parents, her moms and stuff, everybody, Badish, everyone. No one has a clearer picture of what the heck is going on more than Nu, because Nu is there. He was there when they were shooting at them. He was there. Like, he sees everything going on from all angles, right? And so him being upset and telling his wife, like, yo, listen, Mehdi may not love his wife, but I love my wife and I need my wife, so I'm not going to be doing this. Because Jemile had the nerve to tell him, oh no, you need to quit your job because you need to help Mehdi. Are you out of your mind? And then what if stuff hits the fan? What if the guy from jail decides that he doesn't want Mehdi to run his businesses anymore and kicks them out in the street? What are they going to do? They have nothing of their own. They are living on somebody else's dime. Nu is smart. Nu is freaking smart. He was like, yo, you do you. I'm going to keep providing for my family, and I'm going to provide money so I can get me and my wife out of here. It's your baby, your wife. I'm scared for them too, but I need to take care of mine. And I commend Nu for that. I really do. Because that is like so scary. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So the next day, honey, I almost fell over. When Mehdi walked out, I think it was the next day or that night at dinner. I think it's that night at dinner. And he came with the khaki suit. And the face and the shaved beard. Like, the whole thing was gone. Oh my gosh. I was like, let me go out this door. Let me walk out. Because that was too much. I was like, are you kidding me? This man is fine. He made me forget my religion for a second. He looked so good. And I'm trying to understand, what are these writers trying to do, man? Are they trying to make us make excuses? Because there's enough of the fans out there making excuses for Mehdi, and I refuse to be one of them. But they almost got me. They almost got me. When I saw Mehdi come out in that khaki suit, I was like, Ibrahim, I know you are married and have a baby, but do you have a brother? That's how I really felt. I was like, do you have a brother? Because I am single and looking. But anyway, yeah, and I was like, I don't know, like, what Zainab's gonna do when she sees him, because, honey, it'll make me rethink my divorce, okay? I need to stop. But Mehdi was looking real good, okay? But now should be next to her husband, walking loud and proud. Yeah, they might not be living the real married life behind the curtains, but in real life, honey, had a man looking like that, I'm gonna look fierce, and I'm gonna be walking by his side. But anyway, yeah, so he's basically dealing with this whole new business, this whole new venture, all of this stuff. Now, they ended the episode with Zainab and her mothers. Basically, they're outside this home where Zainab and Nerman are gonna live, and then Sakine came. Sakine, right? Sakine? Safia? I don't know, but y'all know. Zainab's other mother. She comes and basically they're outside the door, and then this guy with the motorcycle comes and he looks like he's shooting at them, but the fragment had already come out. This is why I had to wait to film this, because I need to see the fragment. So the fragment comes out and they're all fine and they're blaming everything on Mehdi, and Zainab's like, dude, it's not Mehdi. And honestly, Zainab is not scared of Mehdi. She's not afraid of him. And she believes in his sincerity, that he's not gonna hurt her. But because everyone keeps feeding these thoughts into her head, you know, they're driving fear into her. And it's terrible that they're doing that, because I understand on one side she has to be cautious, but on the other hand, she can't live in fear. And also she's his lawyer, like, it doesn't make sense. But, you know, they all like blame Mehdi, or they're blaming his association because they don't know like how he got into the position that he's in. So they're saying it has to be related to Mehdi, and Zainab's like fighting back like, yo, if it is him, let him do the time for the crime, you know, or whatever. But I'm not gonna just assume that it's him. And even Badish is feeling the same way. Now, I do feel bad for Badish, because although Mehdi was looking hot, I'm still gonna go for Zainab and Badish. But I do understand Badish's sister when he says like Zainab is like attracted to this craziness because she grew up in it, and so she just wants to live a day to day. Like, it's hard for her to break out of that. And so, you know how one minute she's all lovey-dovey with Badish, and then the next minute she wants nothing to do with him, and she kind of brushes him to the side all the time. And so I can understand why Badish will feel such insecurity in this kind of relationship, especially with, you know, her still having such a connection with Mehdi. And I think it's just really hard, because you were introduced to her as, you know, she came in as your employee, she was married at the time, and now you're trying to pursue a relationship with her, although she has all this chaos still going on in her life. And so the fact that the sister said she's a bit attracted to that, I do agree. I do think she is a bit attracted to it, and that's something that she has to deal with. She has to break through that, especially when she's dealing with her mother. Look at Sakine. She's like, she tried to make the whole thing about her, like, we're not going over there, you live your own life, you'll never be a mother. Like, she was saying some rude stuff, some really uncalled for stuff. And you see how it didn't work for her in the end. Zainab still left. So what did she do? She followed Zainab. Because obviously it wasn't gonna work, and they forgave her, and she's just like miserable. And Zainab has to be very careful that she's not gonna end up being the same way. Now, do I think that Zainab and Mehdi look great together? Of course I do. And the new commercial that came out for the episode, it shows you know, Zainab holding, like, she grabs onto Mehdi's arm to stop him from, you know, it's like to calm down his anger, because he's getting into this like argument with Badish. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, the love. She grabbed Mehdi's arm because she wants to be with Mehdi. She, you know, da-da-da-da. Like, are you guys lost? I mean, like, seriously. That is completely not what's going on here. Her grabbing Mehdi's arm is her understanding of Mehdi's mentality and behavior, and the fact that she knows Mehdi is like a hothead. You know, Badish is not gonna be going and jumping and attacking Mehdi. She has no reason to hold Badish back. But she does have to hold Mehdi back, because Mehdi is that type of person. He is, like, she's experienced it in the past when whatever the guy's name that shot Mushkan. Remember? She had to go in there and she was stopping him there. She was stopping him against Farouk. She knows Mehdi. She understands that this is what Mehdi is going to do, and if he has the opportunity, he might just jump on it. And so that's why she grabbed his arm. But everybody else is seeing hearts. I don't get it. Like, what hearts are you guys seeing that I am missing? Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, my heart kind of skipped a beat. For the same reasons your heart probably skipped a beat. But as we all know, this thing is too chaotic, you know? Unless Mehdi really goes through some serious counseling, which I feel like now that he's out of jail and he has the opportunity to do it, he should do it. Go to counseling. Turn yourself into a better man. If you are going to do that, you know, he's upfront with Benal, but let Benal know that there's gonna be an end line here, that he's gonna, you know, I'm doing all this stuff so I could get back with Zainab. you know, and let Banal get over that, live with that, move on, do what she gotta do. And then he can find a way to see if he can pursue Zaynab again, you know? But the way things are right now, like people, I don't know. Live your Zaynab life. Live your Zaynab life. I can't say anything to you guys. But for me, if it doesn't work with Badish, it's gonna have to work with somebody else. I don't know. I think her and Badish do complement each other. I do think she is way too emotionally like confused to really, you know, give Badish that emotional chance to connect with him in that way. And I do feel like that she does have emotional connections to Mehdi because of their history. So it may look like she, you know, loves Mehdi in that way, wants to be with Mehdi in that way. But at the end of the day, it's just not not possible. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I know this review is a little bit long, but I was just excited to do it because I love this show. You guys let me know what you think in the comments.